Mason Mount urges Chelsea teammates to «step up» after West Ham defeat. Mason Mount insists Chelsea must «react» after Saturday's 3-2 defeat away to West Ham, which has seen them drop down to third in the Premier League. The Blues were knocked off top spot in the wake of their loss at the London Stadium, with Manchester City and Liverpool both winning over the weekend to go above them. The result came days after the Blues won away at Watford despite a sub-par performance, and Mount wants his teammates to «step up». "It's been a tough week," Mount told Chelsea's website. "The Watford game was a win, but it could have gone either way and we scraped it really, and now this one is a defeat." As the gaffer said, "Maybe it's a bump in the road, but the players in the team need to step up and come strong in the next game. We must react from this performance because we need to get back to winning ways. Our philosophy is to play, so we always try to do that, but sometimes the ball does have to be kicked long," he added. "Over the past couple of games we've started to make mistakes which we haven't really made in the past. We're a team that doesn't give away many chances, but here we've conceded 3 and that's something we need to look at." On his sublime volley, he said, "I haven't seen it back, but it doesn't really mean anything. We play for 3 points and we want to still be at the top of the league pushing, but we've come away with nothing today." Barcelona in advanced talks to sign Chelsea star Cesar Azpilicueta on free transfer. Barcelona are in advanced talks to sign Chelsea star Cesar Azpilicueta on a free transfer, according to reports in Spain. Azpilicueta joined the West London club back in 2012 and has since won 2 Premier League titles, as well as a Champions League, an FA Cup and 2 Europa Leagues during his time at the club so far. The Spain international has played 9 times for Thomas Tuchel's side in the Premier League so far this season and is the current club captain. The 32-year-old's current contract at Stamford Bridge runs out in the summer and is free to sign a pre-contract agreement with foreign clubs from January 1. According to El Nacional, Barcelona are in advanced talks to bring Azpilicueta back to Spain, 11 years after he left Osasuna to join French club Marseille. The report went on to say that the transfer was at the request of manager Xavi, with President Joan Laporta giving the green light for the move because there was no transfer fee involved, and therefore allowing the Spanish giants to focus their resources on more attacking players. Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich considers Azpilicueta as one of the most important players in the club's history, and is reportedly already preparing a farewell with magnificence for when he leaves, the report added. Azpilicueta will be a replacement for veteran right-back Dani Alves, with the 38-year-old's current deal at the Camp Nou running out at the end of the season. In the meantime, the Spain international will be hoping to break into the starting 11 for Chelsea's Champions League group stage game against Russian side Zenit on Wednesday, before the Blues host Leeds in the Premier League on Monday. Chelsea move for Fenerbahce star Attila Szalai as done deal, according to national team boss. Chelsea's move to sign Fenerbahce centre-back Attila Szalai is a done deal, according to his Hungary national team boss Marco Rossi. Szalai has made 21 appearances in all competitions for the Turkish Giants so far this season, scoring 2 goals. Chelsea have been in the market for a central defender amid the growing uncertainty surrounding the future of Antonio Rudiger, who is out of contract in the summer. Sevilla defender Jules Koundé and Juventus star Matthijs de Ligt are also both on the radar of the West London club, but Szalai would be a much cheaper alternative. Reports in Turkey last month suggested that Chelsea had agreed an initial €23.4 million £20 million deal with Fenerbahce for the 23-year-old ahead of the January transfer window. And now Szalai's Hungary boss Rossi has all but confirmed the move at the UC Awards in Turin on Monday. When asked about which Hungary player would be a good fit for Serie A by reporters, Rossi said, "It's hard to name just one player, but right now I see very well Attila Szalai, who plays for Fenerbahce, but I think he is joining Chelsea." Clearly, he has been followed by important clubs in Spain, but apparently his move to Chelsea is a done deal. It would be a great player also for Italian football. Meanwhile, Barcelona are reportedly in advanced talks to sign Chelsea club captain Cesar Azpilicueta on a free transfer when his contract runs out in the summer. According to a report by El Nacional, new Barca boss Xavi has pushed hard for the deal, with President Joan Laporta happy for the move to take place due to there is no transfer fee involved. Thomas Tuchel handed huge injury boost as injured Chelsea star Mateo Kovacic returns to full training. Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel has been handed a massive injury boost after Mateo Kovacic returned to full training, though he will not play in Wednesday's Champions League clash. The European champions have been struggling with a number of absentees recently, with the likes of Ben Chilwell, N'Golo Kanté, Romelu Lukaku and Kovacic all sidelined. Croatia international Kovacic has missed Chelsea's last 8 games with a hamstring injury suffered in the last minute of a training session in October, but he is finally on the verge of a return. According to The Times, the 27-year-old has recovered from the problem and returned to full training this week. Although Chelsea need to beat Zenit St. Petersburg when they travel to Russia on Wednesday night in their final Champions League clash to guarantee top spot, Kovacic is not expected to be part of the travelling party. The Blues do not want to take any risks with the Croatian and they are instead targeting a return in Saturday's Premier League clash with Leeds United at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea's injury woes continued at the weekend against West Ham, with Kai Havertz and Marcos Alonso both having to come off with injuries. In midfield, Jorginho has been playing with a hip injury while Saul Niguez was once again hauled off after just 45 minutes in the recent clash with Watford. The Spaniard could now be forced to play at left wing back if Alonso has to join Chilwell on the treatment table for a prolonged period of time. Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been picked to partner Jorginho while Kanté and Kovacic have been sidelined, but the Croatian is expected to come straight back into the starting 11 in place of the English midfielder as soon as he is fully fit. Tuchel is known to be very cautious with players returning from injury and has been blooding Lukaku back in slowly after his layoff despite the striker being eager to start. Chelsea must not sell Hakim Ziyech amid Barcelona interest, says Glen Johnson. Glen Johnson has urged Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel to keep hold of Hakim Ziyech, despite reported interest from Barcelona. Ziyech has featured in 8 Premier League matches for the Blues so far this season, scoring his only goal in the 2-1 win over Watford last Wednesday. The former Ajax star has not had the impact that some may have hoped for since his move to West London last summer, with the likes of Christian Pulisic, Mason Mount, Kai Havertz and Timo Werner all currently ahead of him in Thomas Tuchel's pecking order. Spanish giants Barcelona have reportedly inquired about Ziyech's availability as new boss Xavi attempts to reinforce his attacking options. However, former Chelsea defender Johnson believes that Tuchel must not sell Ziyech, believing that there is more to come from the Morocco international. Yes, Hakim Ziyech is a fantastic player. If he plays with more energy I think he'd be starting a lot more games, Johnson told Betting Odds. He could definitely be one of those sales that would come back and bite you. If he starts enjoying his football, gets good game time and finds some form, then Chelsea are going to see the player that they signed originally. It's a difficult one as he's not at those heights at the moment, which of course is why there are rumors about him leaving, but if they find a way to get him back enjoying his football and some more game time, I think they've got an amazing player on their hands. Thomas Tuchel would love Chelsea FC to sign Federico Chiesa from Juventus. Thomas Tuchel would love Chelsea FC to sign one of the world's best wingers in the shape of Federico Chiesa, but Juventus aren't planning to sell the Euro 2020 winner, according to Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano. The Blues have been linked with the Italy international over the past couple of months after Chiesa established himself as one of Europe's most exciting attacking midfielders during the European Championship in the summer. Chiesa was a key part of Roberto Mancini's squad that won Euro 2020 after beating England on penalties in the final at Wembley. The 24-year-old was linked with a number of Premier League clubs after his standout performances at the major tournament, but Chiesa remained at Juventus beyond the summer transfer window. Chelsea FC continue to be linked with Chiesa as Juventus continue to toil in Serie A despite appointing their former manager Massimiliano Allegri. But Romano has quashed talk of a potential deal that would see Chiesa quit Juventus and head to Chelsea FC in the near future. "We had rumors about Chiesa and there are 100 million Chelsea fans asking me about Chiesa. Romano told the Here We Go podcast. The rumor started because Thomas Tuchel loves this player. He thinks Chiesa is one of the best wingers in the game. He is a modern player, so Tuchel would love to have Chiesa at Chelsea. This is something true. Juventus are not planning to sell Chiesa. Juventus are not speaking to Chelsea. Chiesa's people are not speaking to Chelsea. As of today, there is nothing. Chiesa has scored 3 times and has made 1 assist in 17 games in all competitions in the 2001–22 season. The 24-year-old started his career at Fiorentina, where he scored 34 times in 153 games in all competitions. Chiesa moved to Juventus on loan at the start of the 2020–21 season and netted 14 times in 43 games in his first campaign at the Turin club.
That is on Chelsea News today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.